If you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, please drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel with your bell notifications turned on. Now let's get into the video. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing something, don't really have gameplay of Shaq, but you guys will understand what this is. So at the moment, if we're looking at a Shaquille O'Neal, it's going for around 350k, right? So that's about what his going price is now. I think the MT sites have kind of got to him, because I've seen a few of these Shaqs go for 353, 750, so maybe some of the MyTeam sites have got to him, but at the moment he's teetering around the 350k mark with a diamond contract / shoe. So what we're going to find out is if this Shaquille O'Neal is still worth 350k. Now, if we're looking at some of his competitors, if we're looking at James Wiseman, at the moment he is worth around 260, 270, 280k. So, not really going to compare them, but screw it, let's compare them. So, Wiseman has him pretty much in shooting, obviously post moves and dunking. You could argue Shaq has just because of his build. His defensive stats are pretty similar, along with his passing. Rebounding is pretty much the same. Now, Wiseman does have him in athleticism, but Shaq is still really fast with the ball. And mentals are basically about the same as well. If looking at his dunk tendencies, they're pretty much the same. Shaq has a little more higher alley-oop and putback. That spin layup, or just spin moves in general, have him. Shaq's shot 3 tendency is, basically non-existent. And if we're looking at some of his defensive tendencies, you could argue Wiseman is that little bit better defender. Obviously, Wiseman's more of the perimeter defender, and Shaq is more of the post defender, if that kind of makes sense. And if we're looking at their badges, 55 for Wiseman and 42 Hall of Fame for Shaq. In terms of their height, basically the same. Shaq is 90 pounds more heavier. So yeah, this is it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be running them both. So let's just get into this. This is currently the team we're running. It's quite disgusting, not gonna lie. Just looking at it, incredibly tall, incredibly. Just put it this way, right? Shaq is acting as the smaller god. He's basically acting as the point guard of this group, so this is going to be interesting. Alright, so we have Steph, Jerry Lucas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. So, watch Steph posterize Shaq, I swear to God. Alright then boys, as you can see, Shaq is the big boy is the small boy of the group, ironically, as he just shoves his arms straight up for just seeing that unfold is quite hysterical. So, if Hakeem can actually get out of the way, that would be quite appreciated. Hey, good job, Porzingis. Porzingis is it's weird seeing Porzingis the taller of Wiseman and Shaq. But yeah, I swear, if this Curry posterized me, I will not be amused. Hakeem for 3. What's Hakeem gonna do? He bricks the first shot. We're off. Let's see what Shaq can do up against Steph Curry. Alright, so let's see. The fact Curry is holding them off is quite amazing, not gonna lie, as Kristaps knocks down the 3-pointer. The thing of us as well, going from this Shaq to the Showtime one, the Showtime one's release just seems like really, really bad, but this Shaq's release seems a little bit better. It's not incredible, don't get me wrong, but it's, it's still not. Shaq just came out of nowhere. Good defending, kind of. But yeah, it's just this Shaq's release, if I can. Yeah, it's terrible, don't get me wrong. It's not great, but compared to his Showtime one, it seems a lot smoother. His Showtime one just seems like it's a push of a button and then pray. Alright, what's he gonna do? Can we get past Curry? Somehow we can't. Porzingis driving inside. How did Porzingis dunk that is beyond me, but this Curry, I swear, has just insane abilities. But yeah, Shaq's just, look at that behind the back. Shaquille O'Neal should not be doing that behind the back, and getting dunked, getting blocked, not dunked. Is Shaq gonna drive? He should. He has the tendency for it. We'll just pop it up with Kristaps. Interesting animation there, 2K. Come on. What is up with these animations at the moment? Come on, Kristaps. Put it away. Hey, there we go. So at the moment, Shaq's not really being the scoring output of this team. He's more of the. Just because Curry has just some godlike abilities, it seems. But, yeah, it's just. Honestly, because this Shaq is really athletic. Wow, okay, green in a fadeaway. Because this Shaq is so athletic, he doesn't really need to score. He can really be more of the dictator, if that makes sense. There we go. Good job, Shaq. But in terms of, like, my initial impressions of if he's worth 350k, when Wiseman, for example, is worth 280, it's kind of hard to recommend this Shaq just because Wiseman, I would say, is better, like, in almost every way. Shaq with the step back. Come on, Shaq. But yeah, it's kind of hard to recommend him at 350 when Wiseman, arguably the second best center in the game, wow, is just, yeah, is like that Wiseman card is so good. Like, he's literally been my starting center for so long. Look at Shaq, though. Like, not saying the Shaq is bad, obviously, but I think the Wiseman, at that price point, if you're looking for a center, there's really just, there's no comparison, I don't think. Well, you could compare them, obviously, because they're quite similar in terms of stats, but the Wiseman, I think, with this shot release, just has him, just that, what is this guy hitting fadeaways? How? Can this man teach me? But in terms of, like, just comparing them side for side, just because of the release, I think the Wiseman is just a little bit better, or a lot better, and the Hall of Fame badges as well. Wow, okay. It's just, I don't think there's really much of a comparison at the moment. That was terrible. My god. Yeah, this guy's just getting everything to fall for him. Like, interceptions, he's getting them. Let's see if there's Shaq. And why is Shaq? Why are you slowing down? See, when Shaq does stuff like that, that's impressive. Like, I love when Shaq does that. And it's something I don't see Wiseman do too often. We're there. So, you could argue, like, let's see. If you, look at that. Get out of the way. Like, when Shaq does stuff like that, it's really cool. It's really fun to do. And I don't see, it's something I don't see Wiseman doing too often. Especially like those kinds of dunks where he's literally a freak in nature. With a, I swear, if Wiseman, if Curry are, like, and that behind the back is just, it's insane how smooth and quick his behind the back is. But yeah, going back to that, if Curry had rebounded Wiseman, we would have had an interesting talk. I'm not going to lie, 2K. Takes a wide open shot with Hakeem. Right, we need to get something from this possession, definitely. This guy is he's not doing too bad. Right, if this Curry could not steal the ball from me, that would be ideal. Kristaps. Yeah, that was terrible. I thought I had more room to work with than I ended up having. Shaq with the big boy block, and that's our ball. What a defensive display from Shaq. It seems like Shaq as well. Seems Shaq has more of a presence on the court, if that makes sense. Like, Wiseman kind of just, like, it's hard to explain, but he kind of, like, disappears, if that makes sense. Like, when Shaq's on the court, you can really tell that he is on the court. Like, look at it. Hakeem's just having none of it. Oh, Curry just, okay. So we're just looking at his box score performance. Again, Wiseman pretty much didn't do anything because I didn't want him to do anything. Shaq's only scoring was his dunks. It's just, with Shaq's release, it's kind of hard to recommend Shaq at 350 when this Wiseman card is so cheap for how good he is. So, in terms of, like, what I still recommend picking up Shaq, I really wouldn't. Especially when this Wiseman is so good and his release is so clean compared to Shaq's, whose release is, it's not great. It's really, really not great. So, would I recommend it for 350k? No. As fun as it is to use him, it's really hard to recommend this card when this card is in the game and is significantly better and cheaper. I can't recommend him. I can't recommend him. But if you're looking for some fun, I guess, and you already have Wiseman, that's the reason why I bought him, because I already have Wiseman. I just can't do it. Wiseman is just clear, I think. Alright then, guys, so final thoughts. Would I recommend this Shaq? I really can't while this Wiseman is so cheap. Like, if we're just going to the next set, James Wiseman, don't do that. Yeah, like 280,000, and then you look at Shaq, who's 350 still. Let me go see if his price has changed at all. I don't think it has, personally. Yeah, look at that, 320 with a diamond contract still on him. I can't really recommend him for this price while Wiseman is still cheaper than him, unfortunately. As fun as a card he is, don't get me wrong, he's a very fun card. I just can't recommend him while Wiseman is that cheap. So yeah, guys, that's it for the video. If you guys have enjoyed, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new around here. See you guys later, take care, love you all, peace.